let's welcome Diana Abruzzi, founder of IWFCI and International Chairman.
Thank you, Anne-Marie, and hello, everybody. I would like to extend to everybody a very, very warm welcome to the IWFCI Marketplace e-Trade Show. Today, I want to draw your attention to what will be the next move in creating a greater share of global trade and commerce being conducted digitally. It goes without saying that we are now entering into the e-trade marketplace optimization area. It is not surprising that this year's trendy digital e-commerce strategies and tactics, sorry about that, are all centered around making online promotions, whether for personal shopping or business trading, are all more persuasive and engaging. Governments are also jumping in by creating standalone digital trade agreements, smoothing the way for greater protection for e-commerce transactions that cross sovereign borders. Just recently, for example, Singapore and Australia signed a new and innovative digital economy agreement, SADEA. This agreement has been built into the current Singapore-Australian Free Trade Agreement, and it will create a stronger, more secure opportunities in this new digital economy. It will provide up-to-date, modernized trade rules, reduce barriers to assist businesses and individual consumers to engage safely and benefit in digital trade and the dynamic new digital economy. These digital economy agreements, the DEAs, will not only enhance trade, but it will be the most ambitious that Australia and Singapore have ever agreed upon. So welcome to our new world. And as a result of this new world, IWFCI has developed its own digital e-trade shows like today, with our sights on the future, forging collaborations with government and private enterprise where we can. And that's why we are so grateful to have Kate Carnell as our guest speaker with us today as part of this momentum. So I welcome you to IWFCI's new adventure in the digital economy with our second e-trade show, connecting our members throughout our chapters around the world. And I'm very, very pleased to say we now have considerable waiting list of members wanting to exhibit their product and services on the IWFCI trade shows. So if you'd like to participate, please lodge your request and become a member. In closing, it is my wish that women continue to step forward, adapt and evolve, and take a greater lead in where our smaller, interconnected world is going. And in this, it is my passion and IWFCI's mission to help you make that happen. Thank you, Anne-Marie.
Kate Carnell is Australian Small Business and Family Enterprise Ombudsman. Since being appointed Australian Small Business and Family Enterprise Ombudsman in March 2016, Kate has been a powerful advocate for small business. The Ombudsman has provided direct support to thousands of businesses involved in disputes. She has delivered more than 20 inquiries, reviews, and research reports into key issues impacting the small business sector, and has made over 300 submissions to government to ensure the small business voice is heard. Throughout her career, she has served as CEO of the Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which represents 300,000 Australian businesses, and was also appointed an Order of Australia for her service to the business sector. Welcome, Kate Carnell.
Thanks very much, and thank you for that lovely welcome, and thank you, Diana, for asking me to talk today. First of all, I'd like to just start by let's setting the scene a little bit for what small to medium business really looks like. And Australia is pretty similar to other countries around the world and countries in our region. About 97% of our businesses have less than 20 employees. About 99% of businesses turn over less than $10 million. So the vast percentage of businesses here in Australia, and by the way, around the world, are small to small, medium size businesses. So if we look at businesses in Australia with a turnover of less than $10 million, they employ 66% of our workforce and have a GDP that will make up more than half of our GDP generally. But sometimes the thing that governments don't understand is just how small a lot of the businesses actually are. And just because they don't have a lot of employees doesn't mean they're not businesses who are really important to our economy. So in Australia, we have 2.3 million businesses. It's actually 2.313. Anyway, it's just over 2.3 million. Of those, about 900,000 actually employ people, and of those, 823,000 are small. So you can see that there's not a lot of businesses that are in the medium to large category. In fact, in Australia, there's only just over 3,000 businesses that turn over $10 million. And of those 823,000 businesses I spoke about before, 627,000 have less than 5 employees. So you can see from those figures that small businesses are predominantly quite small businesses, and they are delivering significantly to employment, to jobs, and significantly to the GDP of Australia. And our figures are pretty similar to most other countries in our region. Now, all of these figures that I'm giving you today are available on a briefing note for anybody who's interested. So please ask. I don't want you to be running around trying to write down all these figures. And Australia is again pretty similar to most places in the world, and that is small businesses really have suffered disproportionately as a result of COVID over the last 12 months. There's a whole range of reasons for that. Probably the major ones is that small businesses are in industries that have been particularly affected, restaurants, the arts, pubs, construction, but also in businesses around tourism, travel agents. A lot of women-run travel agencies in Australia, and they've been absolutely decimated. And of course, they won't really be back until international borders are open and international travel really happens. The other area is, of course, international education, which has been, significantly affected and will continue to be so for a period of time. And small businesses have, also been particularly affected because they have limited cash reserves. I ran my own businesses for a long time. I'm a pharmacist by profession, and I know that you just don't have a lot of money in your back pocket because you've invested it back in your business. You're back in your staff, your stock, your innovation, your R&D, all of those sorts of things. And so access to capital has become a very real issue here in Australia, and government support has been pretty fundamental. And I know governments around the world have provided various levels of support for their small business operators, and it's certainly without that support, Australia small businesses would be in a significantly worse situation than they are. So it means that some of the challenges that are always challenges for small business, things like cash flow and access to finance, are a particular issue now, and will continue to be for a period of time. But some other things that are a real issue, and that's payment times. So because cash flow is such a problem, it's really important that you're paid on time and you don't end up with very long periods of time until you're actually paid. And in the international trade space, that's an even bigger problem, because you are laying out early with quite long supply chains often, or timelines in supply chains. So payment times really matter. But let's have a chat. Let's talk positively about what the future really looks like, because access to markets now becomes fundamentally more important. We need to grow our business. We need to get our businesses back on track, which means we need more customers, we need more cash flow, we need more revenue, and international markets are pretty fundamental to that. And in some of the really good things that have happened as a result of COVID, I have to say there's not many of them, but the good things that have happened in Australia is a significant increase in digitisation generally. We've probably done 10 years worth of digitisation in small business over 9 months, nearly 12 months now, which desperately needed to happen. And it's happened incredibly quickly, because there really wasn't a choice for many businesses that were closed for prolonged periods of time. So the only way they could really manage their relationships with their customers, continue to provide services and goods, was online. In fact, our figures here show a 70% increase in online sales December just gone, December 2020 versus the December the year before. So really huge increases. And although a chunk of that increase is here in Australia, a huge increase globally as well. And businesses that would never have thought about export or providing services and for goods and services internationally have actually grown their businesses as a result of COVID. In Australia, about 30% of businesses are now trading above what they were before last March, before COVID, and a lot of those are trading above simply because of offshore sales of their goods and their services. A good example of that is a little rock candy production or company that makes rock candy, pulls it and wraps it up and makes really cool rock candy shapes and so on, that operates at the Rocks in Sydney. Straight tourist business. They were selling to tourists, they were putting on a bit of a show for tourists. No tourists, as you know, from last February, March. They're now, they went online, YouTube videos of making rock candy, doing the taffy pull and so on. And they're now selling more than they can make into the US. There's lots of examples like that, which are pretty important, and really shows what can happen if you can really, embrace this space. Digital trade in Australia is growing really quickly, as it is globally. The economic value of digital trade is about $43 billion at the moment, but the projections are that will be $190 billion or $192 billion, about a 210% growth by 2030. And that's growth in all areas, both of the domestic economy and the global economy, in areas like resources, infrastructure, health, but online selling, online service delivery. Lots of online service delivery now in the health space. That's growing exponentially, and as as well, certainly our population and the population in many parts of the world are aging, the importance of more efficient and more personal delivery of health services is even more important. In fact, one of the figures I was really surprised about is Australia is second among the 10 leading APEC countries in terms of paid app downloads that are actually produced here in Australia. So, you know, it's interesting that all those apps we see, we play with on our phones and so on, are a really important part of global export right around Australia, right around the world, I should say, and that's certainly not going to change. So, what does post-COVID look like, really, when we look at export dollars generally? Well, in Australia, exports have grown as they have globally over the last 10 years quite significantly. In fact, we've grown by, I think, 4.7% a year since 2007, and that's at a time when the economy has grown by 2.5%. So exports are growing at double the rate to our economy more broadly, which, you know, shows just how important this is. Interestingly, though, although small businesses, as in number terms, are a really, really important part of our export of our exporters, in terms of the value, it's actually quite low. So the majority of our exporters, or something like 61%, are small businesses. That's good. So lots of small businesses are exporting, but they only make up just over 1% of the total value of our exports from Australia. And a chunk of that is because mining is such a big chunk in value terms of Australian exports generally. So we have about 56,700 exporters, only 328 exported over $100 million. So a very small number exported a very large amount. You know, mining industry is less than 1% in numbers and 61% in value. That would have actually got worse over the last 12 months. And the reason for that was the value of our iron ore and other mineral exports. Most mineral exports went up significantly last year. And of course, there was real challenges for supply chain for many of these smaller exporters, and for that matter, importers as well. So let's have a think about why this is really important and why digitisation and making export easier for small businesses globally is so important. Australia's export as a proportion of GDP is only 21%. The OECD average is 28%. Now, if Australia lifted our export intensity to 28%, the same as the OECD, that would be $110 billion to the Australian economy. And there are similar figures right around the world. Now, in the small business space, the figures are fairly similar in the space. SMEs account for 14% of Australian export goods, and that doesn't include services, by the way. So 14% of value. G7's 25%, EU 35%. If we in Australia can lift our SME exports to 25%, the same level as G7 nations, that would be $36 billion to the Australian GDP at a time when right around the world, governments are struggling with their budgets. And certainly we are here in Australia simply because so much money has been ploughed into keeping economies alive off the back of COVID. So there has never been a more important time to focus on how we can get SME exporting really flying around the world. So what are the benefits? Well, the benefits of exporting for SMEs are pretty obvious: a bigger customer base, increased sales. Interestingly, those businesses that are engaged in international markets grow faster, employ more people, and pay better wages. So, good sort of start in that sort of space. And of course, it also pushes innovation, which is pretty fundamental to business growth. But there are significant barriers to exporting for SMEs. Lack of access to capital is a very real one. And we know that just over the last 12 months, a lot of the figures we've seen shows that capital has really dried up for SMEs. Not for large businesses, by the way. There's any amount of money flowing around the world at the moment, but it's increasingly difficult for smaller businesses, and that really needs to be addressed. Of course, the dilemmas for small businesses is being able to build global networks. So it's great to be part of this event, because that's what this is about. The work Diana and all of you who are involved in this are doing to help, particularly women in business, but business generally, build global networks is pretty fundamental. Capacity to promote your products globally. Again, these sorts of online trade shows are fundamental in that sort of area. We've also, though, got some real challenges in the logistics costs, the cost of postage, the cost of moving products around, the high transaction costs. All of these things are a challenge, there's no doubt. What's the solution? And I just, would like to finish on, what is the solution in this space? Well, Diana talked about it earlier. It's about a digitised trade option, and maybe we'll call it a digital vision for export-import going forward. And I'd like to see that through a small to medium business focus, because it's most important for small to medium businesses to be involved in this. And so what do we need? And what do we need to focus on? And, those are the sorts of roles that I'm involved with. Some of this vision came from the Export Council of Australia. KPMG's done some work in this space. The Australian Digital Commerce Association, my old organisation of the Australian Small Business and Family Enterprise Ombudsman, Diana, her team, and so on. So what I'm going to say now isn't a big surprise, but it is the sort of approach that we desperately need. We need a simpler, lower cost international trading system that is enabled by trust, confidence, and comes from a secure digital platform, as Diana was talking about before. We need simpler processes that mean more businesses are engaged, can engage in international trade, that there are less red tape impediments in the space, value chains that operate more efficiently, and for small business purposes, greater certainty. One of the things that just kills small business is just not knowing how long your stock will take to clear a port wherever you're exporting to, not knowing how long the paperwork is actually going to take. All of those things can be an absolute killer for cash flow, as you all know. Value chains need to operate more efficiently and with greater certainty. Inefficiencies and challenges caused by inconsistent regulations as goods cross multiple borders, multiple jurisdictions. These are ongoing challenges. better than it used to be in certain circumstances, but still not there yet. We need, as I said earlier, to address working capital requirements with reduced processing time. If we can get product to market quicker and get payment happening quicker, then a whole lot of other problems fall by the wayside. Donna talked about some of the work that's been done in Singapore, which is a great step in the right direction, but also some of the work in Hong Kong is good. And around free trade agreements generally, it's good that in the free trade agreements that are increasingly happening around the world, and increasingly not just bilateral but multilateral trade agreements, we're seeing specific SME chapters in those free trade agreements. That's a step in the right direction, but I'd have to say a lot of the free trade agreements are still pretty complex, and it is really important as small business chapters of free trade agreements continue to exist that we try to standardise the approaches that we take in those free trade agreements, so poor old small businesses aren't having to deal with pretty fundamentally different approaches in small business free trade agreement requirements. Now, all of this is going to take quite significant work from all of us and governments generally. It's all obviously sensible and rational. The problem is that it does require multilateral approaches from different governments, but it also requires us as women in business, women in trade generally, to be voicing our requirements and needs to grow our businesses and to grow employment, to grow wages as well. In Australia now, 40% of businesses are owned by women. They go broke less often than businesses run by men, and they are very innovative and more likely to be digital. So there's some great ground to build on, both here and around the world. But I think it's really important that your voice, my voice, all of us are making it very clear to our governments what we need to grow our businesses. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kate, for that wonderful presentation. Do stay on the line. I'm going to bring Diana back up as well. While we have you here still, please, for those people who are watching, leave your comments beneath the video here. We've still got Kate for a few minutes, and I'm sure if you've got a question, she would be more than willing and happy to answer if she can. The statistics, as we're waiting for any comments, I'll jump in, and then Diana, please feel free to add in if you've got a question. You mentioned, Kate, that 40% of business in Australia were women-led, and they tend to go broke less than the men. I wonder, are there any statistics or reasons behind that? Because obviously we want to keep doing what we're doing well.
Okay, they're both positive and negative, the reasons that we found for that. One of them is women have a tendency to be more careful with lending, with borrowing, I mean. So they tend to grow their businesses slower than men. They really don't like using the family home as collateral for business loans. And I think, there's a reason for that all we women who have been in business would know. So they tend to grow slower. Now that's possibly a negative, but they're careful. They watch the dollars, watch the money, and have solid cash flow plans. So they don't just race at a bull at a gate, as some others, some might. Now, I'm not saying some women don't too, But generally, they're careful, they're planned, they're directional, they know where they're going, and they're really well organised, because a large percentage of those women, you know, are doing it with young families. And I tell you what, in my experience of employment, the best organised people that I could ever have on my staff were women who were trying to run full-time jobs with young families, or trying to run businesses with families and all the other responsibilities. So they're very well organised.
Fantastic. Kate, I'm going to bring up Anna Fua's comment here. Happy to also hear Singapore and Australia has opened the travel bubble. This is a wonderful news to bring Singapore and Australia together. Thank you for that, Anne. You mentioned earlier, Kate, and I think this is just so very important to reiterate, that it is important for women in business to let their voices be heard. Opportunities such as what IWFCI and what Diana has put together today certainly allows for that, opens up the channels of communication. Are there any other things that you've seen that work really well? Because sometimes we can feel that we are voicing, but that no one is hearing us. So what kind of insights can you share that will help us to continue on?
Thank you, Anne-Marie. The reason I started by probably saying a whole lot of stuff you already knew, and that's how big small business is and how important it is to economies generally. We hear our politicians here in Australia talk about small business as the engine room of the economy. You hear that around the world as well, but then you don't see follow through. If we are the engine room, then there needs to be policy positions that create petrol for the engine room, if you know what I mean. Yes. So I think there's two things. The figures are clear globally that small business really, really matters. For Australia, for the world economy to come out of COVID, then growth and productivity are fundamental, and that means international trade, and by the way, travel and a whole range of other things are pretty fundamental. And I think it's up to us as small business owners, people involved in small business, to continue to remind our political leaders that the engine room won't fire all by itself. It needs solid policies, and I think a secure digital platform for international trade that has simpler processes aimed at the engine room, not at people who have got in-house lawyers and millions of others to read the 17,000 pages of free trade agreements and so on. So let's just keep pushing what is just obvious. You know, if we're going to let small businesses, or encourage small businesses to grow, and to grow the world economy and productivity and whatever, you've got to have processes that people who don't have in-house lawyers or lawyers or accountants or all those people, they're just people running their businesses, and that's what we want them to do, and to grow their businesses, not be tied up in bureaucracy.
That's right. Wonderful response there. We've got one other comment from Anne, and being that you were also a business owner too, Kate, you can probably share some insights, and you've probably seen some things working really well. And great question, what else can we be doing to bring us closer from a global perspective?
You know what I think we need to do? I think we need to see more what you'd call on a one-on-one basis business mentoring, but I think it's about business partnerships. There's lots of things that we can do with that, based upon that really important word, trust. So the more that we can partner as businesses with each other to help each other grow, the more, it'll work for both sides of the agenda. And I have to say, we don't do that well in Australia. Interesting, in some parts of Europe, middle-sized businesses partner with smaller businesses to help them into the export markets. We need to see more of that. It works, and it's important.
Yes, there's a new word going around, and I'm sure you've heard of this, Kate, co-opetition. where
Oh,
you've got, you know, industry coming together, which previously may have seen as competitors, but saying, look, we both bring expertise in certain areas to our industry rather than fighting one another. Let's come together. Maybe government should take a leaf out of the book of business. But that in itself, I think, is what you're speaking to, because we can't be all things to all our market, but we can certainly bring together, collaborate, partner. Yes?
Look, absolutely. And where you see situations where, you know, you might be in a market and you think, well, gee whiz, such and such product, you know, that person I know's product would go really well in this market. Let's work together and, you know, and help each other. And I have to say, particularly those businesses that have been around for a while are already reasonably successful. To help those businesses that are in the first stages of export get into those markets is really important. Yes, governments can help, Austrade can help, you know, other international groups can help, but I tell you what, where businesses help businesses, and hopefully particularly women-run businesses help other women-run businesses, the benefits are really quite exponential.
One of the things that I find that women do really well, but maybe don't even realise, is they do have quite an extensive network. We all know the benefits of networking, and it speaks into what you're saying beautifully. We just don't know who we are connected to that could have a solution or share something that could just bring innovation into someone else's issue and problem. And those are the things. Look around in what we're doing and start with what we know and leverage that, I think, is a really good place.
Marie, can I just finish by saying, and tell your story.
Yes.
Don't think your story isn't interesting to other people. Businesses we've seen do really well during COVID are people like the Ugg boot manufacturers. That's a sheepskin boot, for those that don't know what an Ugg boot is, that have been manufacturing in Queensland, their third generation business, absolutely reliant on Chinese tourists. Chinese tourists stopped. They told their story on a Facebook Made in Australia site about third generation, about that there was only something like 4% of Ugg boots that are sold in Australia that are manufactured in Australia. So by just telling the story of their family, of their manufacturing and what was happening to their company, they've stayed afloat. I'm not saying they're, you know, it's fantastic, but they've been able to replace their tourist trade with online trade more broadly. So just by telling their story. So never underestimate how important it is to do so.
Yes, so true. Anne shared another comment here. It was sort of a question too, and she, of course, is from Singapore. She said, Australian healthcare institution is great. Can that be a great initiative?
Look, absolutely. And, you know, the services generally in the global space are going to be really important going forward. As I said earlier, healthcare is a growth industry everywhere. Some of us are getting older quicker than others, but just, you know, broadly, healthcare is an important initiative generally, and can deliver quite significant benefits for those people, for those businesses that are in the space. And again, many of those are women. You know, women who have a background in healthcare professions and decided to be a bit entrepreneurial.
Yes. What I love about everything that you've said and reminded us of, Kate, is you said something around the women who had families and had to juggle a lot of different hats were often the top contributors. I think as women, we often have to be entrepreneurial. We have to be problem solvers because there's a million different things going on. What's happened in the world today requires organisations, businesses of all sizes to be innovative, to be agile. And as small businesses, we've got the upper hand often because we don't have a lot of, you know, the protocols and paperwork, as you say, that we have to wade through.
That's absolutely true. And when we talk about innovation, we're not just talking about, you know, artificial intelligence or really, you know, or IT. you're talking about the rock candy people, you know, who are selling their product into the US, who their rock candy, you can get your initials in the middle and have them for weddings and so on. But, you know, the fact is they were innovative. They've changed what is a candy business into an entertainment business, really. But it's not IT, it's YouTube. It's YouTube and online sales. I mean, I suppose YouTube's IT, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
So I think sometimes we think innovation is just being at the pointy end, the geeky end, but it's not. It's about how you sell Ugg boots or rock candy or, you know, other products that that people want, or services that people want in different parts of the world, and they're often services that, you know, that are important to you personally, and if they're important to you, they're probably important to others as well.
Yes, that's that old saying, what is it that you're desiring? And if no one else has created it, perhaps it's for you to champion, to spearhead. Well, it's been wonderful, Kate. We'll bring Diana. Diana, I know that you would love to give a vote of thanks. I think we've got all of the comments, the questions out of the way. I know that everyone has really enjoyed listening to Kate. It's certainly been insightful. So Diana, would you like to come on and give the vote of thanks as we thank Kate? Oh, Diana, you're still on mute.
Got it. It's all right. Hang on. Right, thank you. Sorry, I just had to, something just went a bit screwy there. Thank you, Kate, for your insight in what has happened with the good and the bad of the effect of the COVID. And it's good to hear that SME businesses have blossomed in this international trade during this time. And I can actually concur with that, because we've been doing a lot of connecting with a lot of our members across our branches. So that's very encouraging to hear it from you as well. And there's not one person listening who did not resonate with your comments on the lack of finance for SMEs. And this is so very, very important. And IWFCI is looking right now, talking with finance people to see what we can do about this. So I can just say, watch this space and let's see what we can achieve. You covered so many topics that were so interesting to hear your thoughts on. I can only thank you, Kate, for sharing your extensive knowledge gained over so many, many years. And I'm sure we will continue talking with you, because your experience is going to be so valuable to IWFCI and to all our members. Thank you, Kate. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Diana. We're always happy to be involved with women in business and, of course, with you and the organisation generally. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Diana, and of course, thank you to Kate. Certainly enjoyed what she said. It was such great food for thought. And of course, now what we're doing, Diana, is we're moving into the exhibitor stage. And of course, nothing gives me more pleasure than to be able to introduce presidents of each country and, of course, the exhibitors. So what we'll do now, Diana, is we'll move in and start off with Australia.
Hello, everyone. How exciting to be speaking to you all from all over the world. Thank you, Diana, for inviting me to showcase today. It was so wonderful to have Kate Carnell along too. Her words of wisdom certainly do resonate, and it's so wonderful. The knowledge that she has and the understanding of small business that she has is phenomenal. I would like to see her in politics at some point, maybe. Well, my name is Lisa Barron, and I'm the owner and designer of the Lisa Barron clothing brand. I'm entering my 38th year of business, and following from the previous year we've had, I'm very happy to still be here. Now, I think following Kate's advice of sharing the story, I hadn't put it into my little chat, but I thought maybe I should just give a little background brief of my story, which started 38 years ago when, as a young, bright-eyed girl living on the other side of Australia in Perth, I had $500 in a portable sewing machine, and I crossed the country to Melbourne to start my fashion business. I won't go into all the details in those years of hardship, but to cut a long story short, it worked. I had people that took up my product and saw my vision and shared my vision, and I'm still in business today. So it is very exciting. I've always been very hands-on though, through the whole process of producing the collections, from design to production to sales. This is the ethos of the business really, and everyone in the team gets involved with the whole picture of the business. It's one of the benefits of being a small business too. And I think that connectedness at work is wonderful, because it's like everyone's contributing to every role in the business, and the brain power of everyone thinking about certain issues, certain areas is just wonderful. And I still get as excited working on a collection today as I did with the very first one. When those rolls of fabric arrive from some exotic location and we unwrap them and we visualize what kind of garments they're going to come into, we all get so excited. So yes, I'm at my happiest when I'm at my cutting table. We make all our garments in Australia, and many of our factories have worked for us for a very long time. So you saw a little of the design ethic of the label in the video. We make beautiful clothing for women. We have a very strong and loyal client base, many who are in the corporate and professional field. The label works well for them because we only do quite small quantities, so it's quite an exclusive brand. As I said, our fabrics are sourced from all over the world, and we only select the best fabrics that will transform into our vision. We take pride in producing beautifully crafted garments for our clients. We specialise in luxury suiting, glamorous evening wear, event dressing, and gorgeous day wear. So we can kind of cross over through mid-casual through to high-end dressing. I really hope that many of you will come to visit our store at some point in the near future. And just a little note, we are currently working on a very exciting new website. So please make sure that you check that out in a couple of weeks. And thank you very much for having me today.
Thank you so much, Lisa. I love that. And please feel free to connect with Lisa. And thanks once again.
Hi, this is Viviana and Katie, and we are from Ulupna Winery. We are at the top of Goulburn Valley wine region. This is a single vineyard wines we produce here, and we are a family-owned winery, and we are very proud to do so. By the way, Ulupna means strong women. It's an Aboriginal word. And my mother, Katie, she takes care of the production, and I take care of the sales and the marketing. We are very proud of the internationally awarded wines that we produce. So we are on Crawfords Road, and Crawfords Road is at the end bit of Victoria. Come and join with us and enjoy this beautiful, quiet time that we have up here. Hello, thank you for the invitation. Thank you, Diana, very much. I'm very happy to be part of this wonderful initiative. And I strongly believe with what has been said before. Women do have a nurturing quality that women tend to bring into the business and are a great enhancement of business. And these qualities makes us strong, and we need to do our best to show what we can do. Ulubna, the name of our winery, comes from the region it represents. It's a little piece in the northern Goulburn Valley that's called Ulubna. And at the moment, the Ulubna is just a very, very small part of that upper part next to the Murray River. But in the very old times, Ulubna was a very big region between the two rivers that make Goulburn Valley, the Goulburn and the Murray. And Ulubna Winery, with a lot of pride, took its name from this location that actually happens to be Strong Women. It's Aboriginal, and it is very interesting that to see that because this is a family name of a Yorta tribe family, somehow they must have had particularly strong women in that family too, to have the whole family named with this message of a strong woman. We came into making wine out of the love for our beautiful land that we've had since the 80s. And when my parents, my father and my mother, started to consider their retirement, we thought, how about a nice little B&B, Airbnb, and a nice little vineyard, a very typical European way of sharing our good fortune and our way of sharing the story of our family and our land. The little B&B did not happen. Instead of a little vineyard, we planted a bit more than a small vineyard. And we have some 22 hectares at the moment where we plant Shiraz, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Chardonnay. And we are blessed by an amazing terroir. Being particularly close to the river, we have a microclimate, and although Goulburn Valley is considered a hot place in Victoria, we tend to have colder evenings and colder winters, and this is particularly good for the grape growings. And a very interesting story is that some of our Shiraz that was our first experiment. We took from cuttings from a nearby winery, and those particular little plants, the cuttings, came from some of the original Shiraz that came in the area in about 1850, from the Rhone Valley in France. And that particular Shiraz lived in Goulburn Valley for over 100 years. So it got accommodated to the climate and the terroir. And it produces an amazing Shiraz. And that particular Shiraz doesn't exist anymore in Europe because of the particular sickness that destroyed the Shiraz in the early 1900s, around the First War. So it destroyed that particular type of Shiraz. So there in very few parts of the world exists still this particular old type of Shiraz. And it makes an amazing wine that is the basis of our Royal Phoenix. And it has that characteristics of old times. You can feel that the plant has a lot to tell about the winemaking, and all of those ancestors, winemakers that have made an incredible Shiraz out of it. And we are extremely proud to have some on our property as well. So we have an amazing terroir next to the Goulburn, next to the Murray River in the Goulburn Valley. And we make 3 wines, a Shiraz, a Cabernet, and a Chardonnay, with different versions of it. Our Royal Phoenix in particular, which is our higher end wine, it is called Royal Phoenix for a reason. The Phoenix was always very dear to me since I was a little child, and I used to always say, no matter the hardships, the Phoenix always survives. And in times of hardships, I used to consider, okay, if the Phoenix can do it, I can do it too. A little kid, and also the Phoenix for me is very important because it exists in all the cultures. All the cultures on the planet have a story about a Phoenix, including the UNESCO, the Bird for Peace. In a way, it is very similar to the meaning of the Phoenix, which stands for hope. And not only that, the Phoenix stands for the virtues that if we follow, it is indication of good life. And this is where the motto of our wine tends to come, which is good life in a glass. The logo of our wine instead tends to have a different meaning, and the meaning is that whatever you do, you always have to aim for the highest ideals. And this comes from the Latin micat in vertice, that is very close to my guiding inspiration in my life. So the wine that we produce, and the wine came out of the love for the land, and it became an industry. And although we are a family-based company in which I take care of the marketing, my mother, who's still very active, she takes care of the production. My cousin does the wines, although we have a French winemaker as well with whom we consult. So it's very, very much in the family run, but we have a great team that works with us and assists us. We have a quality system of our processes, and we do export our wine quite a fair bit to China, a little bit to Singapore, a little bit to Hong Kong, a little bit to Korea. There's much more to do, a little bit to Canada. We are just about to start in Europe as well. And oh my God, I can talk forever. Allow me to talk, and I'll talk forever about our wines. And we take great care in crafting wines that are respectful to the terroir, but also are respectful towards the taste where the wine is being sold. So we work in close collaboration with our collaborators in various countries to produce the correct product, to produce a product that it fits within the aesthetical requirements and expectations of where it's being sold. And even when we sell the wine, our work does not finish. We have a wonderful staff that works with us, and we service our clients with a lot of marketing material, photography, and all sorts of designs. And every week there is some client asking for some different designs and some different ideas that they'd like to have seen, and we can do this in-house. So our work does not finish. Unfortunately, in this very particular period, none of us can travel, and so we are actually stuck behind a screen. So hello again, we are stuck behind the screen, but I look forward that when all of this is going to finish, we can meet in person. Normally, we travel a lot, and we come to visit our clients, our distributors that are considered part of our Ulupna family, and we help with explanations on the marketing, on the wines. We help with the training, and we do a lot of shows in which the clients can come and meet together with the importer and be able to have a first-hand understanding of the Ulupna wines. And then, of course, we organize visits for our importers and their clients to our vineyard in Goulburn Valley, where we are always so proud to show what we have created. I could talk. I think I might be out of time.
No, that's fine. Thank you so much, Viviana. We certainly enjoyed that. And of course, if anyone has any questions or you would like to reach out to Viviana, one of the great places, go to their website, but leave a comment beneath this video and we'll certainly let her know. Or Viviana, you can then go and network in under the video and people can ask further questions there. So thank you once again for sharing more about your business. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.
And of course, that brings us to the end of the exhibitors from Australia. We are now going in and featuring businesses from India. So hopefully the exhibitors are now logging in. We do have Daphne, who is the president. We're going to introduce her, and then we go into the exhibitors for India.
Welcome to Daphne Pillay, President, IWFCI, India.
The International Women's Federation of Commerce and Industry, India National Chapter, was flagged off in the year 2018 with its mission to empower women through entrepreneurship and then help them to grow globally. I signed the agreement protocol for the India chapter with the international chair, Ms. Diana Abruzzi, at the Global Women's Trade Summit, Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. Coming back to India, we got the forum registered with the Indian government in order to begin our activities. Our mission was to motivate young women into branching off on their own and to give them the message that entrepreneurship can make a rewarding career. Our activities started with the organization of two very successful entrepreneurship summits. One was on the topic, "There is gold in the business of green," helping entrepreneurs in the green environment space, where participants were introduced to opportunity spaces in environmental entrepreneurship. Another entrepreneurship summit on the theme, Entrepreneurship Catalyst for Women Empowerment, was organized to observe the World Entrepreneurship Day. The objective of the summit was to focus on the role of entrepreneurs in creating opportunities that empower women and to engage and encourage students to pursue entrepreneurship as a career option. The third roundtable, which was fixed for March 2020, had to be shelved as the pandemic struck and life came to a grinding halt with the government's imposition of the lockdown. Now, this was a critical period when we had to survive, get creative, acquire digital skills, and move forward. This was when the idea of having virtual fireside chats dawned on us. We could bring together people from across the globe to talk on post-COVID recovery, the new normal, and the way forward. During the coronavirus pandemic, IWFCI, India National Chapter, organized a series of virtual fireside chats to discover the issue of rehabilitation and recovery in the post-COVID era. Several renowned international experts in various fields participated in these virtual fireside chats and shared their studies on the COVID crisis and the roadmap ahead. The speakers have been from across the world: India, Africa, China, Malaysia, Singapore, Australia, USA, and global experts in the field of pharma, education, medicine, manufacturing, artificial intelligence, finance, capital markets, aviation, shared their strategies for recovery in the post-COVID world. It was a different world where a lot of intellectual capital was generated. Symphony 2020 was another live digital music and dance experience organized by IWFCI. Celebrated artists gave the audience musical renditions on the piano and guitar, and there were beautiful classical dances performed by female and male artists. To have this digitally streamed live through an online platform posed a huge challenge, as we had to use multiple digital tools to replicate a real live auditorium scene, to creating special effects of curtains opening, ovations, laughter, curtain closures to mark the end of each performance. Now, this was a ticketed program which raised the money to fund some of our projects. We also initiated a microfinance project and gave our first recipient Ms. Jia Sanjay Shai, who is from the marginalized section of society, monetary support to start her fabric designing and tailoring business. Today's EAT Market Trade Show is an initiative of IWFCI International and is a great initiative for those who wish to trade globally. For on this platform, the exhibitors are IWFCI members, and therefore buyers can make decisions and purchases based on trust. It's not like buying something directly from the internet and fearing it's not legitimate. And trust is the most important asset for developing business relationships. Our future initiatives are bringing out a publication titled Neo Vision, where we will be documenting the views of our speakers at the virtual fireside chats. We will also be publishing articles and papers from renowned experts and researchers, thereby developing intellectual property for IWFCI India. NeoVision has an international standards book number, that is an ISBN number, and will be released next month in April. The India chapter also plans to continue with the microfinancing of small and medium enterprises run by women. We will be having virtual as well as real-time mentorship platforms to connect aspiring entrepreneurs to successful ones. Seminars and roundtables will be conducted to advise girls and women on the setting up of their businesses and the ways to succeed and move forward. I wish today's marketplace e-trade show all success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daphne. That's wonderful to hear what initiatives that India, the chapter in India, is doing. So thank you once again for introducing that. And now we will bring up the first exhibitor, the exhibitor from India. Thank you, Daphne. Falguni, you are here. Let me go ahead and share your slides as you introduce yourself, and then you can go ahead and do your presentation.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, can I please share my slides, or you will be sharing?
You can share them slides, absolutely. We can go ahead and do them from your end, yes. So if you bring them up, I will share them across for you so that you can control the slides. Great.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
Warm greetings to one and all present over here. First and foremost, I would like to thank Ms. Dinah, the founder and chairperson of IWFCI International Chapter. I would also like to thank Dr. Daphne Pillai, the President of IWFCI India chapter, and of course, the whole team of IWFCI for giving me this opportunity to showcase the art and culture of India through the palette of fabrics. I am Falguni Anish Shah, the founder and designer of the label Ethnics. Here I would like to bring to your attention that the letter I in Ethnics has a red dot. This red dot is a mark or a symbol of most beautiful ornament of a woman which she generally wears on her forehead. Yes, so this clearly displays that this label Ethnics is for a woman, by a woman, which involves the weaves which will blend and always raise your style. Ethnics is since 25 years. We are involved in exclusive weaved, embroidered, painted, knitted designs and many, many more. We are involved in the symphony of creative and intricate weaving and printing art, as well as the applique and the paint art. We cater right from the bridal wear to the casual wear. We are also involved in various fabrics like silk, georgette, cotton, banarsi, ikkat, khadi, kalamkari, bandage, patolas, and much, much more. To add, I would like to say that we cater to the most exclusive and affordable clothing and accessories to suit your style as per the occasion. Ethnics is proud of its finest work of its artisans. They create the masterpiece of each design and a variety of exclusive handcrafted products. We have set a unique standard of very creative and intricate work in the form of motifs, in the form of jungle motifs, in the form of paints, and much more very creative and beautiful. We proudly display the work of our artisans, and we also enhance the style quotient of our customers and also enhance their happiness quotient too with the accessories and clothing of Ethnics. Ethnics provides a variety of color palette as well as the texture palette. You all can choose any attire as per your own choice and for different occasions. Ethnics has always met the quality standards which will suit both your choice and price. Here I would like to add that quality is never an accident. It is a result of our high intentions and sincere efforts of our skillful artisans. We have also added glamour to more than 2,000 dedicated customers with a wide range of handmade products. To add to this slide, we have few footwears which increases your personality. We also have added to few cholis which are painted and embroidered. We also have few clutches which are embroidered, which have patola prints on them. They are weaved. And we also have a fabric frame which has a father of our nation on it. So we involve anything which is made out of fabrics. I would also like to salute these hands. Yes, these are those artisans. These are those hands which strive day and night to make us look more beautiful and more presentable. So once again, I would like to salute to these hands. In the end, I would like to say that this is my contact diary. This contact diary consists of various options. You all can contact me on any of these options. Lastly, I would like to once again say thank you to make my march towards the Atmanirbhar Bharat a success, and my mantra, vocal to local, and from local to global, a grand success. Thank you once again, and namaste.
And namaste to you too, Falguni. We're going to bring Dr. Daphne back up. I will take a photo of the two of you that you can then share to IWFCI India. Let me remove myself. I'll take a photo and then we'll move to the next. Wonderful. Thank you again, Dr. Daphne. Thank you, Falguni. It was wonderful to meet you. Please continue to network with both of these wonderful ladies on the live stream as we now introduce our next country, which is Indonesia. So let me introduce the president of the Indonesia chapter.
Welcome to Hira SKV, President IWFCI Indonesia.
And we just wait for Hira. If you would like to come on the screen and open up your video, then we can introduce you. There we are. The floor is yours.
Yes. Anne, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm going to share some slides for you, and then we can begin. Let me see where they are. Here we go. Let me see. What are we doing here? Present. There we go. Floor is yours. Let me know when you'd like me to progress each screen.
Yes, Anne?
Yes, did you want to continue presenting, and then I will move the slides for you as you speak?
Yes, can you hear me now, Anne?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for the E-Trade show, IWFCI E-Trade show, and thank you for the opportunity for Indonesian market to be able to exhibit, to trade show their product as well, and product and services today. My name is Hira SKV. I'm the president of IWFCI Indonesian chapter. This is a brief of myself here on this screen here. And then can I just go to the next screen? Can I do it myself, Anne, or? Okay.
No, unfortunately, I'll do it from mine. So just let me know when you want me to move and I'll move it across.
Okay, thank you, Anne. So basically, I'm the CEO of Bursa Sajadah. Maybe some of my friends here, the exhibitors from Indonesia, knows about Bursa Sajadah already, but I will keep explaining myself about this. So Bursa Sajadah is the biggest one-stop shopping retail stores that focus on Muslim Hajj and Umroh gifts and amenities product in Indonesia. We actually have 14 stores before in 9 cities in Indonesia. But then due to the pandemic, last year we have to close down 3 stores. No, actually 4 stores, but we opened another one. The pandemic really hits us a lot because last year when everything was locked down, especially the Umroh and the Hajj was also locked down. So it really affected to our business so much. So we have to close down from 14 stores. Now we only have 11 stores, but hopefully this April we will start to open again another stores in Jakarta. And then okay, now is the next slide. But throughout the pandemic, I mean, a lot of people, I'm sure that everyone here throughout the world get a really bad impact throughout the pandemic. But we have whatever it is, we have to find an opportunity throughout the pandemic on what we can do. Luckily, December 2020, I opened a new business with my friends. It's actually 8 of us. We opened a new cafe in Indonesia, in Bandung, one of the city in Indonesia. The cafe called Like Story. This is the look of the cafe. The cafe called Bike Story. So what happened during the pandemic, because a lot of people cannot travel outside the countries, now bicycle becoming so famous in Indonesia. Like everybody was like cycling around the city. Then we see this as an opportunity to open a cafe with the bike concept, with the cycling concept. So we have a gimmick of bike wash in the cafe. So people, after they cycling in the morning, usually they come to our cafe for breakfast and then to wash their bicycle as well. It just opened last December 2020, but luckily, fortunately, it was doing really great actually. So I think even the pandemic also, if we can see what's opportunity that we can use, we actually can do this, do business with the opportunity that are there during the pandemic as well. And then next slide. Okay. Also today, I'm I'm actually launching a new product, which is Zuzu. This is a skincare product. It's actually launching today. So I'm having a press release conference after this event online as well. And I'm in Istanbul at the moment doing my work for my Bursa Sajadah. So it was like back to back, so many things to do today. This Zuzu is a skincare product. We aim for teenage girls. We aim for the teenage girl, but with the campaign of empowering girls. So what we want with Zuzu is actually for girls to be comfort with their own skin, to be comfort with their own body, to be comfort with their own self. What happened is nowadays we see that a lot of skincares really aiming on changing girls into more fair or with the whitening products. So it's something that makes them not comfortable with themselves. So what we want with Zuzu is we aim for teenagers, we aim for the girls to be able to be comfort with themselves. We are launching this product today, and then our business concept is actually we aiming for women to be able to become our distributor and reseller. So this is part of our campaign to empowering women as well, so they can actually do sell our product even though from the house. I mean, like even they are a housewife, they can also becoming part of Zuzu reseller program. So hopefully this will doing good as well. So yeah, throughout the pandemic, I actually come up with couple of businesses also. So even I mean, like pandemic is also hitting me badly on my previous business, but then it's opened up a new opportunity as well. And on this time, I would like to also explain about IWFCI, because today we have a lot of exhibitors from Indonesia. And most of them doesn't really know about IWFCI yet. So I would like to explain about IWFCI here, especially to my friends, the exhibitors from Indonesia. So IWFCI is an International Women's Federation of Commerce and Industry. It's focused on the women empowerment and networking. I believe that we as a business person, businesswoman, as an entrepreneurs, we really need to have networking, to have a good networking. And with IWFCI, I found that we actually get a good global networking because we have a lot of chapters throughout the world. So thank you for Diana, who actually founded IWFCI. And now I believe that we have more than 13 countries now. So the first time I actually knew about IWFCI is actually when my friends invited me to the Global Women Trade Summit to become a speaker in their Global Women Trade Summit in Mongolia 2018. This is where the first time I actually met Diana. So from there, Diana approached me to starting the chapter in Indonesia. Then I met Diana again on the Global Women Trade Summit in South Korea 2019. That's where I actually, this is where we actually registered to be officially to become IWFCI Indonesian chapter. And then we have already registered the chapter also in Indonesia as well. So this is my other two friends. You can see on the picture, there's Marisa and also Ibu Dahlia. which is also a part of the board of director of IWFCI in Indonesia. And then after that, we actually have a empowerment program. This is the still in the South Korea in 2019. And then, okay, this one, we have an empowerment program in, I think that was September or October 2019. We have a 3 months program to actually empower people with disabilities to be an entrepreneur. So we actually be with them. We give mentoring throughout 3 months time to help them to start up a business, a small businesses, like selling stuff. So from 20 people, actually all of them within 3 months, they have their own small businesses that can help them to be able to produce income for themselves. So this was our program in 2019. And then the pandemic hits. So that the pandemic hits, and I have to stop everything because my focus was on my own business itself by then. That was to 2020 when the pandemic hit. So I was there's no program. I don't do any program with IWFCI at that time because I was focusing on the survival on my own business. So now, luckily, after a couple of months, now after years of the pandemic, now everything started to get back into the new normal. So hopefully after this, we can continue to do the program for IWFCI again. And thank you so much for the marketplace, this IWFCI e-trade show, which helped me to actually helping to open up again about IWFCI to people, to the exhibitors now, and to the Indonesian exhibitors. So now everyone here, especially my friends who are the exhibitors today, can actually join IWFCI. So we can actually gather together to open up our network to a better, to have a better network, and then we can do a better business later on. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hira. We will now move on to the first exhibitor, and please stay on the line because when all of the Indonesian presenters have completed their presentations, we'll bring you all back on together and it'll be a nice opportunity to take a photo. So without any further ado, let me introduce the first speaker. Let me bring her up. And let me see. So the first speaker, presenter from Indonesia is Intan. So Intan, I believe that I am going to share your slides. So let me go ahead and do that.
Sorry, Anne-Marie. Can you let me share my own slides? Because
Perfect.
I
go ahead and do that. Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
You can do that.
Thank you so much. Let me try it first.
Okay. Shall I play your video first, or should we do that?
Yes, please. Yes,
okay,
yes,
let's
sure.
do the video first, and then we'll do the slides.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much. Okay.
So if you want to, I'm not sure whether the slides are there in Tan, maybe just, it doesn't seem to be a camera there. That's right, the beauty of technology. Did you want to try again?
Yeah, okay, let me try again. I'm so sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay. I tried this just now and it worked well, but yeah, unexpected things happen. Okay, I can't.
Let me just
All
move
right.
forward.
Yeah, maybe is it possible for you to just help me out to?
Of course.
Yeah.
Let me bring this up on screen, and then you can just let me know when you would like me to move the slides. I think that might be easiest for now. Can you see the slides? I think they're coming up on screen. Here we go.
This is the first slide.
Yes.
All right. Can you move to the next one, please? Right, correct. Okay. All right. Greetings and namaste. First of all, thank you so much, IWFCI, Diana and Anne-Marie, for having me, having all of us to exhibit our products today, for giving us the opportunity to participate in this exhibition. Also, a very special thanks to Ms. Hira SKV, our president of IWFCI for Indonesia, for the opportunity to participate in here. And also thank you everyone else who is here with me to listen to my sharings on my business today. I appreciate your presence and time despite your busy schedule. So today I am going to briefly share about Fit for Activewear and our mission and vision in this industry. I hope by the end of this presentation, everyone's here today will be able to know more about Fit for Activewear, and together we can start making our small steps become a bigger impact for the world. All right, now let me start by introducing myself. My name is Intan Juliana Zulkifli. I am a mother of two. I am actually originally from Malaysia and currently living in Indonesia. I have been living here for the past 16 years already. I started my career as an auditor in HTG Australia and also in PricewaterhouseCoopers Kuala Lumpur. And after practicing audit, I then ventured into a couple of businesses here in Indonesia, such as F&B and fashion industries and a couple of others. I am now the CEO of and founder of Fit for Activewear, the first sustainable modest activewear in Indonesia. Okay, can we move to the next slide, please? Thank you. Right, thank you. Okay, Fit for Activewear has been around for 2 years now. We started in 2019 with the mission to motivate an active lifestyle and at the same time to help preserve Mother Nature. We believe in starting small to create a bigger impact, not just for us humans, and also for the environment as well. As we are aware, the market demand for sustainable products has increased amazingly, significantly. For the past 5 years, people are now more concerned about the environmental issues and that may impact their life and also the environment itself. So being involved in fashion industry myself, I feel that somehow it is important for me to start making step to provide a better solution to this whole new era, which is the greener era. Yes, our mission, yes, correct, thank you. Okay, why eco fabric? Why do we use eco fabric? Sustainable fashions brands considers humanity and also the environment, which our main aim is actually to reduce the environmental impact wherever possible, to minimize our carbon footprints on this planet. So there's a study shows that 97% of whatever goes into making clothes are new resources, with only 3% of it being recycled. So we can actually imagine how big is the landfill of clothes around the world currently right now. Yes, and also recycled fibers have proven to be a much more sustainable option for the current time now, as they reduce pressure on virgin resources and tackle the growing problem of waste management. So one of our main focus here is actually to reduce waste by using materials and finishes that are made to last, as well as being kind to the environment. With so many industries around the world right now, leaving behind a lot of environmental footprints, from landfill impact and power or even water consumption, to the pesticides and insecticide used in growing cotton itself, and the chemicals that are used making their way into water supply and affecting the health of those in the supply chain. So by choosing sustainable models activewear, we hope to minimize the carbon footprints. Can we go to the next slide, please? Thank you. Right. So as we can see, the global sportswear market growth around the world has increased significantly as well. It is called athleisure because it is actually the combination of athletic and leisure. Fit Flow activewear provides athletic and leisure. It refers to casual clothing that is designed to be worn even during exercise or even during your casual time. From yoga, we design our product from yoga wearing until streetwear, or from casual meetings or until to the design until to the grocery shopping, sorry. Okay, can we move to the next one as well, please? As you can see here, the global sustainable athleisure market share by region has increased significantly in North America, especially, and in Europe, because people are more aware, more concerned about what they're paying for, why are they paying for, and on top of that, the fabrics that we use provides a better breathability, better moisture absorption, and also much softer to the skin, which makes it much more impactful for you during your workout routine. Can we go to the next slide also, please? Yes. Here are the statistics that we gain to show that how people are more concerned about switching to much more eco-friendly products. And the next slide, please. Yes, these are the slides that to show that there is a growing demand in this market. The global sustainable athleisure trend has increased, especially in Europe, and most of the consumers are switching to eco-friendly product because they are concerned. As you can see, 81% of them are concerned of what they do, how they can impact to the environment in general. Next slide, please. And as you can also see here, 81% of the market right now are from the Gen Z, who are willing to spend on sustainable active wear, sustainable product as well. All right. Yes, this is one of the statistics that I wanted to show earlier on how it has increased. Okay, now we went to our materials. Our materials, we use bamboo, tencel, organic cotton, recycled water caps, and also with natural plant dyeing. Can you go to the next one, please? Yes, as you can see, why do we choose bamboo? Bamboo has the characteristic of an antibacterial that keeps odor-free. It is highly sweat absorbent and powerfully insulating. 40% more absorbent than the finest organic cotton. And harvesting bamboo itself can take 3 times less water than its weight actually. Sorry, it is also anti-static and it provides UV protective. Next slide, please. And then now we have tencel. Tencel is one of our main fabric that we use in our product in FitFlow Activewear. It is actually from the eucalyptus tree. It has a very amazing breathable and moisture management in its as its characteristic itself. So it is highly recommended to be used during the workout, and is designed actually to be used from morning until the evening, because the moist you don't get, it is actually odorless as well. We also use organic cotton, as we are all aware of. And then next slide, please. And also the latest one is from recycled bottle caps. It is called Reprieve. Our current campaign, which is Save the Ocean, I actually wanted to show a video, but because I can't share my latest updated slides, so I'm sorry, I don't think so. I can, let me try if it's possible. And can I try to share?
Yes, try and share again, and we'll see if you can share from your screen. Just try again, and we'll see.
Okay, all right. Okay. Let me try again. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, it's still coming up as that we're not actually seing the screen there. Yeah. Did you want me to I know you're just about at the end of your presentation, but did you want to add just the last couple of slides? Okay, let me bring them up for you. Bring them up for you.
Okay, so basically our target market will be active women around the world who prefer sports activewear and who are concerned about the current environmental issues. We also actually create a movement that is called which is in every purchase of product, customers are also actually planting one fit tree. So in FitFlow, we have a term for those who join us. We call them FitFlowers. And yes, the FitFlowers are with the mission to spread awareness and to get everyone joining us to be concerned about switching to sustainable choices and become one of this. So yes, basically, thank you everyone for your time and attention. I wish the best of health for everyone. And this is our contact number, and you can find us on Instagram and also website. Thank you so much, Anne-Marie. Thank you so much, IWFCI.
Fantastic. All right, I shall stop the screen. Thank you so much, Intan. That was a wonderful presentation. And now we will bring on the next guest. All right, so joining me now is Mira. Let me bring her up on screen. How are you, Mira? Now, did you want to share the screen from your end, or would you like me to do it from my end?
I'm going to be sharing my own screen. But,
okay, you go ahead and do that, and I'll bring that up.
Okay. Can you see this, my screen now?
I can, and let me add that to the screen. There you go. The floor is yours.
All right. So, good morning, the honorable guest. First of all, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mira, and I am one of the owners of Nimichi, is a clothing line from Indonesia. So I would also like to thank you, the International Women's Federation of Commerce and Industry, for giving us this such beautiful opportunity, and I honestly, truly appreciate this. All right. So Nimichi is a fashion brand that has existed since May 2020. It is exactly when the pandemic just started. And the name Nimichi itself, it was the abbreviation of the trio of the owners, as is Nina, Mira, and Chitra. And the three of us have the same obsession with the international fashion brand and once dreamed about having our own local brand that can be enjoyed by every woman all over the world who admire fashion as a way to express their self-love. Though we don't have any fashion background, but the similarity of our taste in fashion and liking the fashion that we do every day in our lifestyle keeps motivate us to finally release a brand called Nimichi. So little did anyone know Nimichi was existed because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and it is actually truly right. So since the very beginning, our products are home industry-based clothing that emerged as the way to empower women who lost their job but still got to survive this pandemic. And I'm talking about our target market. This would be the three key values and categories for our target market. The first one, we have the women and the age between 24 to 50 years old. And then the second key value for our target market will be the modern women and the women these days who are willing and who would want to be open up to the new fashion trend that will always be upgraded every year. And the second key value that we have is confident. And by these three categories and values, it's being combined together and became our target market. So I'm talking about our collection. So this is our collection. The first one, another category that we have for our collection that people know from our collection is the timeless. And the next one would be perfect cutting. And then the third one would be the wearable design. And the most important and the most special thing would be we always put some extra details into our production. Like, as you guys can see, I'm sorry. As you guys can see from the slides, we put every details like the need and everything so that people would know, like, attracted from that side. And as a newcomer, we have never expected that Nimichi was very welcomed by the market as well as our lovely customers, because we admit there are miles to go to develop this brand. But from now on, by joining this International Women's Federation of Commerce and Industry, we think this is one of the ways how we can expand our network and collaboration. And we firmly believe now that the doors have opened for Nimichi, and we humbly ask for the support to actualize our aspirations. And as I said before, that we believe in power of networking and collaboration. And in conclusion, finally, while the pandemic plays an important role in our life, there are decisions you can make that can improve your chances for a productive life. Because at first, we never thought that Nimichi would grow this such a big opportunity and role in our lives. Because before the pandemic, like, our life was very plain, but then like having an idea like in a flash in a short period of time, and then we never expected that it will grow in this such a huge stage right now, our lives. And so thank you for your kind attention, and it is such an honor to be part of this conference.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mira. Please continue the conversation in the chat with the speakers that we've had, and of course with Mira now, and we'll bring on the next speaker. Thank you, Mira. And the next speaker is Anastasia, and she was from Sajiwa. So Anastasia, did you want to speak and bring your own slides up and then share those, or would you like me to share it from my screen?
Okay, I would like to ask for your help, Anne-Marie. So if you may help me.
Great. I will share. I will go ahead and share. I've got some slides up for you here. So you can see these. So you just let me know when you would like me to continue to shift those up. I'll be listening.
Okay, so first I would like to say thank you for this opportunity. This is my brand with my partner Chitra. Sajiwa is the first breast milk and also DNA-based jewelry in Asia. So I got this idea like 5 years ago when I have my first child. This is an idea that actually I copy from German. They have a lot of DNA based jewelry there in Europe. So I tried to make it from my own breast milk at the first time. So may I continue to the next slide. Okay, so okay, as you can see, we're the handmade and artisan jewelry. We made the jewelry, the stone. It consists from our own DNA or our kids' DNA. So, for instance, from the breast milk, from umbilical cord that has been dried up, from hair, and also from nail. Sometimes some people add flour or maybe some other element, but mostly we made it from the DNA. So from this DNA, we try to produce it. We try to make it into a stone. So after that, we combine it with our own design for ring, for leontin, for bracelet, from gold and also silver. This is our motto: how to hold your memory close in your heart rather than put it lingering on your finger or wear it everywhere. So usually the 2 years of giving milk to our kid, it's like the most important years. We would like to make it memorable for all of the mother and also for their kid also, because this kind of jewelry is actually can be given also to our kid or even to our grandchildren. So right now, Sejiwa already produced like 500 rings and also leontins for people from outside the country also, outside Indonesia. The last time we made an heiress ring. So it's a ring for father because actually it's made from breast milk, but we change the color and give the color to the ring, to the stone. So the stone become black, and then we put it with a larger design, with a very unique design for fathers, so they can use it and they will not look feminine. So we sell it to women and also for men. And sometimes we also made bracelet, and also necklace for kids. So we can actually make some custom design. Right now, what we need or looking for is a drop shipper. So if you live in another country or maybe also in Indonesia, but you live in another island, you can help us by being a drop shippers, because actually to send a lot of breast milk from other country or other island, it has a very pricey price, yeah, for for sending those DNA. So if you become our drop shippers and you can collect like maybe minimum 5 to 10 package, it becomes 5 to 10 order, we can save a lot. So we need a drop shippers, we need someone to make all the arrangement and also pick the airlines or maybe choose the shipment. And then the second thing what we need is influencers. So if you have a lot of followers or maybe you have an interest on our product, you may contact us and we may collaborate with you and give you some free product. It will be barter with feed and also story post on Instagram, for instance. So these two things that actually we're looking for from this event, and thanks to IWFCI and also Hira, thank you, because the Sejiwa now have the opportunity to go all around the world. So now, as you can see, this is our design. This is for the Lantin. We have a lot of design. And for the next slide. And this is for necklace also. I have some for earrings. It's all consists of breast milk. And also the one with the red stone above, it's also consists from breast milk. Yes, thank you. And then next slide. Okay, the left on the top is our special design. Usually customer choose it because that's the best design for them. It's called Jenna ring, and Jenna ring is also consists from a gold ring. So you may choose, actually you want to use like white gold, yellow gold, or maybe silver, you can choose it. And on the left bottom, it's actually only consists of hair, human hair, kids hair. So as you can see, there's no breast milk inside of it. And on the right of it, the black stone, it's Eros ring that we made for father. So we have a lot of design, but if you want to have your own design, you may contact us. There's a special price a bit for that, but it's worth it. Okay, this one is our newest collection. It's called Galaxy Series. We have a lot of ring and also bracelet. That's actually a symbol from all the galaxy and all the planet. So just a bit simple, but you can use it and wear it everywhere. Okay, thank you. It's from Sejiwa Official, and you can check the Instagram feed. The Instagram feed is Sejiwa Official. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. And of course, reach out if you have one of the dropship, or if you are an influencer, please reach out. And I'm sure you can find out more information. Thank you so much. Let's bring on the next presenter. So we have from Indonesia, Bespoke Fashion, and bringing in Melinda Babiani. So Melinda, Melinda, beg your pardon, if you could bring yourself on screen. I think I can see you there. There we are there. Welcome, welcome. Now I have your slides here. Did you want to share them from your screen, or would you like me to share them from mine?
Hi, how are you everyone? I'm Priscilla. Actually, I'm the representative of the Bespoke Fashion Consultant, or well known as the TBF Consultant. And right now, Mrs. Belinda Babiana is not has another meeting. I mean, he is in Bali right now, and I'll be the representative of the Bespoke Fashion Consultant. And we are so happy being the part of this exhibition. Thank you for making us being the one of this exhibitor. So we would like to introduce what is the TBF consultant. Okay, so could you please, yes, that's the slide. So the Bespoke Fashion Consultant just founded about 1 year ago in January 2020. And then now we are running for 1 year. We are the fashion incubator. And this is our founder and co-founder. Melinda Babiana is the founder, and Devi Roni as a co-founder. Actually, we help the people who want to make the brand, especially for being the fashionpreneur and also being the fashion incubator that intends to help designers and people for their fashion business, where we will be helping for sourcing, production, branding, event, marketing, selling, and also digital maintenance. So we make the tagline from zero to hero. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, this is our service. We have production channel, we have creative digital, we have fashion presentation, and also brand supervision, and we are doing also something like helping the fashionpreneur who wants to make the brand, the fashion branding, and then we are proud to make the local Indonesian fashion brand. So next slide, please. This is still our services, marketing and event. We are also doing that, and we are also doing the art of collaboration and also international exposure and also the sustainable fashion. Sustainable fashion is one of the jargon of us that we are really need something to be different in fashion. We are really aware with the sustainable fashion, something that relates with eco-green fashion and everything related with eco-green. So next slide, please. Okay, this is our services, like we told before, that the creative services, including the fashion design, and then also, so the next slide before this, yes, right. Fashion design include creative services, including the fashion design, pattern for the garment print, fabric hunting, e-commerce handling, logo, packaging, stationery, and tools design. And also we provided web development, social media engagement activity, branding, marketing, activation, and launching fashion brand and pattern license for the brand. And we have already clients in Indonesia. Yes, this is our partners, Grantex Denim, Argo Digital, Bana & Co. And the client that we've already made for them for the fashion brand is Brand Kind Denim, a sustainable denim, and then Dino, Malaika, Harmonia, the First Lab, Harlan and Holden, Lekat, Amrah Disaya, Baju Studio, Lia Chandrasari, Tasada, Fab In, Shia Official, and also we are running some brand that will be launched soon. And thank you so much. So if you want to know more about how to be a fashionpreneur, we are happy to help you. And we also have the free consult for everyone who wants to know more about how to be a fashionpreneur, how to identify your brand configuration. So we are pleased to have a free consultation before having a collaboration with us. Thank you so much. And this is our package. We have gold package that include, yes, SWOT analysis, develop brand's name, brand DNA development, production timeline, inspiration arrangement, design development, fabric sourcing, sample process until the shipping cost. And this is the gold package. It's for the consultation for months, and we will helping at 4 months for the fashionpreneur to build a brand with the conscious thing. Okay, the next one, the silver package. Okay, the silver package. The silver package is also the same. We starting all from the SWOT analysis. Why SWOT analysis? Because from the SWOT analysis, we can continue what's next for the brand. What's the brand identity should be, and what's the function of the brand that can be the identification of the brand. And then also we have the costing plan. I mean that how to make the cost of the plan and retail price, and also how to identify the sales distribution plan, and also how to arrange the shipping costs. And then the next one is we also have the package for, it's 4 months, and also have the package for 6 months. 6 months is more longer than 4 months, but I think that if we have 6 months silver package, we are doing under the marketing and promotion strategy, and then also the barcoding process, and the last one is photo shoot and campaign concept. I mean that we are starting from the zero, how to identify the brand, how to build the brand, until how to launch the brand, and the brand is ready to go in the market. So we are really glad having the time in here. And here is our team. Our team is the founder is Melinda Babiana, and then also the co-founder is Devi Roni. We have Rizka Devi as an operation manager. We have Ratu Ashil as a fashion designer. We have Putih Reza as a graphic designer. We have Paimo as a finance manager, and then supervisor inventory goes to Alip. And I'm Priscilla. I'm the PR associate of TBF consultant, or the bespoke fashion consultant. So if you need any further information regarding of this, please do call us. And the number is listed here, or email us to cs@tbfconsultant.com, and we are ready to help you. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much for that. That was wonderful. I'll remove that, and of course the contact details and so forth. So thank you so much for standing in for Melinda. Thank you so much. Let's bring on the next.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we bring on the next presenter, who is Devi. So let me bring Devi on. And Devi, you have also got the screen there. So continue on with your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for inviting me to this global conference and marketplace for the e-trade show. I'm very honored to be in here. Thank you, Hira, for inviting me as well, and I hope that we can have a really good feedback. We all wish that we will have a good feedback from this conference. So let me tell you a story about the Louis itself. So Louis actually was born in 2019, but then it was conceived around 7 months beforehand. So the story was quite funny. It came as an answer towards my ailments. So I had all of a sudden an allergy rash, and it was such an uncomfortable moment in my life. And I went to dermatologists, and they all said that, okay, I got eczema and it cannot be cured. All I can do is just prevent it from happening. And I can only put cream when it happened, which is a over-the-counter cream, which based in corticosteroids. And because I am in the company, I'm working as an innovation and production, so I know a lot about research and development and all of raw materials. So I know how bad the side effect of corticosteroid when you put it on your body for a long time. And because I had a very severe eczema, I cannot, so they have a level of the corticosteroid itself. So I already on the second level, which is the highest first. I down, and I to myself, like, there is no way that I want to put this substance in my body until I die, because apparently this cannot be cured. And I was such in desperate moment because the allergy was in my face, in my neck, in everywhere part of the body. So I've come across essential oils, I think around a year beforehand, but I was very skeptical, like how nature can heal. But then I was desperate, so I tried it. I gave it a try, and I mixed it, and it's gone, like gradually, not as fast as the over-the-counter product. Gradually, my eczema fell down, and I'm better. Even the scar is gone. So I was very happy, and I told my friends about it, and my friends loved it. So the one that gave me idea about selling this is my friend. So I was thinking, like, I have this whole inventory of oils, and I was thinking to myself, okay, why don't I put this into a product and then I will sell it. So it begins the very the earlier products that I sell. So this is the Instagram, the eczema, and yes, this is the allergies and eczema. So this one I made because to answer off the rash that I have. And then the other products that I have is there's this pain reliever, because I always love doing sports, and then sometimes when we encounter a fatigue, a muscle spasm, and we need a release, we use the over-the-counter, but the thing is, it's not really sustainable, the results. So I tried I mixed it up, and then I used it, and then my family used it, and everyone used it. So I said to myself, I began to create a lot of formulation. So Louis, actually, I formulated all of it myself, and I created it from the very beginning. And I got I learned about essential oil and I took a course about it as well. So I create all of this. So this is essentially is my baby. And the one that I sell, the one that's already in a product, is already tested and it's already a good result. So I'm not going to, because this is my passion, I created this because I like it and because it answers some of the ailments that I have. Like I have a very bad flu and I don't like taking medicine because the side effect is not good for your body. So I was always very concerned about what to put inside my body, now what to put on my body as well. So I didn't take a medicine. I create this Easy Breathe. So this one is for people that have flu. And when I created it, I was actually very shocked myself because even the deep mucus in the lungs, it will go out easily. The process is not pretty, but it is satisfactory. And then, so I started to create this and I started to market this. I put it and then I have a collaboration as well with some of the online shops in Indonesia and one of the also pop-up store. So I have it. So here's in here, there's a collaboration with I created the all we have is I make a collaboration with Uma is a natural and healthy restaurant in South Jakarta, and they have like a pop-up shelf for all products that wants to be there, and everyone that invited us because they like natural products that wants that can be sold. And then I also have a collaboration in Tokopedia. Let me share it to you. So this is the, can anyone see this? So this is the outlet, one of the outlet that sells.
No, we can't see that, Devi, unfortunately. Let's see. Now we can see it. Here it is here. Is this what you're talking about? Okay, great.
Yes, yes. So this is one of the online stores in Indonesia that wants to have a natural way of living, and I collaborated with them, and some of the essential oil is already here. And there's one for skin, there's one for wellness and health, there's one for pampering series, as I will say. So all of these products is to answer the people that are really looking into a way of natural life, not only from the food, but to what is to put into your bodies as well, from the skin, to relieve stress, to relieve pain, to even heal your condition. I will not say that it will cure, but it definitely will, and definitely have less side effects. So if you are really into natural way of healing yourself, of natural way of living as well. So this is one, that's the aim for Luil itself. And not only the difference between us and with other essential oil is not only we sell the single essential oil, we say like lemongrass, lavender, peppermint, but we sell the blend, and we sell the consultation of whatever ailments that you have that you want it to be cured alternatively besides the modern way of medicine. So that's the aim of Loyal in here. So we would like to educate people as well that yes, nature can heal. As skeptical as you can be, nature is actually a very powerful, has a very powerful ingredients that can cure us without severe side effects like medicines could be. So that's basically it from myself. I hope that it can explain the basic, the behind, and the stories behind Louis herself. So this is essentially is the answer for all of you that wants to have a healthy living. And why we're selling this is because I have a story, and I would like to share the story, and I would like to offer the solution for a healthier way to cure your ailments.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Devi. And we will bring on the next presenter, the next exhibitor, who is the last one from Indonesia. And just a word to the other exhibitors. I know we've got people waiting from Japan. We've got people waiting from Malaysia. We are running a little bit behind, and that's because we've had so many, I'm sure you would agree, amazing presentations. I am just so honoured to be here, and I know Diana would be as well. You've all who've presented so far have got amazing businesses, and it's lovely to be able to give you just some special time to be able to present. The last presenter from Indonesia is Shalini. Let me bring Shalini on board. Shalini, if you could get your video working, and then I can bring you on and we can share your slides as well. And let me see. Calling Shalini. I can't, let me just see. Shalini, we've got you on screen here. If you would like to, there we go there. Fantastic. Now, would you like to share your slides from your end, or would you like me to share them from mine?
I don't mind sharing it, but I'm not sure how.
Let's see how it goes. If you want to share from your screen, then we'll see how it goes. And if that doesn't work, I have them here to share.
I think it's okay, Anne-Marie. I'll let you share so that
okay,
we don't
great.
waste any more time.
Bring them up on screen here. And just direct me when you need me to move the slide.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much. Okay. Hi, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for giving me this chance to exhibit. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Thank you, Hira, for letting me be part of this wonderful women's show. I'm so happy to be here and network with everyone. My name is Shalini, and I'm the founder of Shelly's Makeup. I have been a makeup artist for over 5 years now. I wasn't always a makeup artist. I've done many other things before, which I will share with you later. So I absolutely love what I do. That's why I do it, because of how it makes me feel, actually. And being a makeup artist brings so much joy to my life. I feel that it's like it's putting on makeup for me, or putting on makeup for another woman, or teaching them how to take care of themselves. It's not about how they feel on the outside, but I like to make them feel good from the inside. So for me, makeup is transformational, it's uplifting, and it's empowering. And I feel that if you can be whoever you want, you can have whatever you want. So that's kind of why I like this feeling, and I want to transfer this feeling to everybody I come across. So that's why I love what I do. So a little bit about my background. Could you please? Yeah, thank you, Anne-Marie. So my love for makeup started as a little girl, actually. I used to watch my mom do her makeup, and she was very into makeup, actually. So as a little girl, I used to watch her and keep asking her, oh, what is this? What is this? What's next? And so I just absolutely fell in love with with the whole process. And in my teens, I had very bad case of acne, And I wasn't allowed to go to the dermatologist because um, so I guess my family's a little more traditional. So I had to like find ways to, you know, to cover up my acne and to look better, because otherwise, you know how that would interfere with your confidence levels, as especially as a girl. So that's how I started like applying makeup and, you know, just trying to look a little more normal because I had severe acne. So that's how I started to love it. And I also love to do my friends' makeup, like in uni, because I went to uni in WA and I stayed at a dorm. And so friends would come over and tell me, oh, can you do my makeup? And then I realized it's actually so nice to make other people feel nice in this way. They actually feel better about themselves and good about themselves. Um, but anyway, I started out as a teacher before. I wasn't always a makeup artist. And then after I had my two children, I decided to follow my passion for makeup. And I've taken courses all over the world to pursue this passion. So here I am now. Yeah. So pre-COVID, what I used to focus on was I used to do a lot of bridal work and a lot of bridal parties, and you know, which means their family. I used to also help other makeup artists develop their portfolios. However, just like immediately after COVID, obviously all this had to stop or had to go on a big pause, and then I started doing online consultations for one-on-one consultations and consultations in small groups. And I started having online workshops, and this was actually really, really fun for me because I got to know like each and every one of my clients or friends or whoever I interacted with on an individual level. And it was really great. And coming back to how it actually makes you feel, like the main reason why I do what I do is like to actually make people women feel more confident and empowered about themselves. So next slide please. Okay, so what I actually do is I create individualized routines, like makeup and skincare routines, very specific to age related and beauty related needs. I help women to revamp their whole look, and not only women but also girls, like also teenagers, because I suffered from severe acne as well. So I have a few clients who are younger, and I help them with that. I also help women how to read beauty labels correctly, how to combine your products, and so it's not always the more makeup you put, the better you look. It's definitely not like that. It's very different nowadays. I recommend the right products for the right age and skin tone. So basically, I give a very detailed and individualized personal experience for each and every woman I come in contact with. Next slide, please. Okay, so a lot of people like I think up to now as well that, you know, beauty is vain, like beautifying yourself is vain, making yourself look good is vain, but it's actually not. It's actually very empowering, and as a woman, it's also very nurturing. It's a huge part of self-care and self-love, and I think I learned this the hard way in life. Like right now, I'm a single mom, and it took me time before I could actually speak like this, and you know, think of like sometimes you have to put yourself first. Like even if it's just in little ways, like these small ways or these small steps and small routines make a whole load of difference to how you feel and how you bring yourself to the world, how you bring yourself to your family. And I think it makes a whole lot of difference. Like I said, if you feel great, you can achieve anything. You can be anyone you want. Okay. So if you feel, yeah, look good, feel amazing. Okay. So these are my contact details for anybody who would like to get in touch with me. My presentation is really short and sweet, but I'll be very happy to meet each and every one of you personally. I'm happy to give you a complimentary 15-minute session. You can contact me through Instagram. I have my my contact details there, or you can even WhatsApp me. And yeah, so I look forward to seeing all of you. And to conclude, I'd just like to say that yes, beauty is skin deep, but a little makeup never hurt anybody. Who doesn't want to look like $1 million, right? So yeah, thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Absolutely. Beauty skin deep, but little makeup never hurt anyone, as you say. So what I'm going to do is just bring all of the Indonesian presenters and exhibitors back again. And so we can take a photo. So Hira, if you could bring your screen up, that would be wonderful. I think I have everyone. Have I forgotten someone? Let me just count. Or actually, Hira, you can let me know if everyone's here.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, TBF.
Oh, Bespoke. Let me bring Bespoke. Is that everyone here?
Hi, Sheila.
I think it is, isn't it? Good, good. Let me remove myself because, and then I'll take a photo of everyone. And you guys. Fantastic. That was just wonderful. Thank you so very much. Please go and connect with all of these wonderful business women in the chat. You've got their details that you heard when they were speaking and presenting, so please go ahead and connect with them as well. I know that if we've got a little bit of time this afternoon, when we finished everyone, you'll be able to ask any questions that you bring up too. But ladies, thank you so very much. It's been wonderful to be able to meet you all and to learn more about your businesses. Fantastic. All right, I will go ahead and remove all of these lovely ladies from the presentation room, and we are going to bring in the next country, who is Japan. We'll be bringing in Japan. But firstly, what I'll do is just introduce the president of Japan, and then we will bring her on screen, and then we'll hear some words from her. So on to Japan.
Welcome to Tomomi Sugahara, President, IWFCI Japan.
Hello, I'm Tomomi. Okay. I'm Tomomi Sugahara, President of IWFCI Japan. Thank you for holding such a wonderful event today. I'm glad to see everyone's face. In Japan, COVID-19 is not currently stilled. There are 200 to 300 infected people every day. Social movements have changed, such as restaurant business closing at 8 p.m. and the company shifting to working from home. Companies are feeling new things in response to change in society, and companies that have changed are growing. We also want to exchange information with everyone and try new things. Recently in Japan, business such as online shopping, food delivery, and home products sales are expanding. And instead of buying things, changes to growing, sharing business is all growing. I'm very sorry that the IWFCI Summit to be held in Japan last year have been postponed. Given the current situation in Japan, I think it will be difficult to hold this year's summit. I am looking forward to seeing everyone as soon as we can come and overseas. In Japan, we are now grown up of more than 1,000 100 female presidents. 20% of our members are in the business of women products and service. If you have any products or service you would like to sell in Japan, please let us know. And there are many products made in Japan that I would like to sell overseas. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to doing business with you. Thank you.
Thank you so very much to Momi. So what we will do now is bring on the next presenter from Japan. I believe she also has a video. And let me see, I've got Nana and I also have Maki. And so I'm just wondering, there we go, there's a beautiful wave there, Maki. So I believe you would like me to share your video for you. We'll do that.
Oh, hang on. Can I introduce myself first?
Perfectly. Let me get you up on screen.
Can I let you know the timing? Okay. Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me and then giving us an opportunity to introduce our business based in Japan. My name is Maki, living in Tokyo. I might have met some of you guys in Melbourne or Busan in 2019 before this difficult situation. First of all, let me introduce myself. My career background is based on IT, especially for startup business with 25 years experience. I founded IT consulting company called mCloset more than 10 years ago, where I have been focusing on startup business consulting and global market entry support. Prior to mCloset, I was with Fujitsu, which is Japanese IT company. After that, I joined Microsoft and SoftBank, which is Japanese mobile carrier, where I have successfully developed B2C internet services for global IT companies. Aside from IT, which will be the main part of today's speech, almost 5 years ago, I invested in New Zealand cafe chain called Mojo. And recently, our team launched original bakery and roastery cafe in Tokyo. I would like to show you our video on YouTube. And sorry for that video has no audio. Anne-Marie, appreciate if you could put on the video for me.
I will bring that on and we'll press play. Let me remove myself.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Anne-Marie. Thank you very much. So our new company name is Bread and Bean, and our new coffee shop brand name is B Squared. And our new flagship store is in Tokyo's coffee maker Kiyosumi Shirakawa. This industrial style cafe is Japan's first combination of both a bakery and a coffee roastery. You can enjoy freshly baked bread and coffee roasted in the same building. Our head baker, coffee roaster, and head barista are all experts in their field. And having said that, it is quite hard to offer bakery business to global market. So today I would like to focus on coffee business instead. Our head roaster, Brandon, born in New Zealand, has worked in the specialty coffee industry for over a decade, roasting for many famous coffee companies in Wellington. Our head barista Seiya was trained by some of the best in Melbourne's coffee scene. B Square is also engaged in the wholesale of coffee beans. We can also provide the coffee consulting services to meet your needs. If you are seeking for opportunity to connect with coffee business in Japan, or if you want to sell your original roasted beans to Japanese market, please feel free to contact with me and our experienced roasters will be happy to assist you. Thank you for your attention and please take care of yourself and your family together. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Maki. That was wonderful. So we will bring the next speaker from Japan, and that is Nana Okazaki. So Nana, if you could bring your video on, you can continue to introduce more about your business.
Hi, my name is Nana Okazaki. I'm Japanese cutest 60 years old.
Hello everyone, my name is Juri Okazaki. I am the assistant of Nana.
今日は日本の色気という文化、ここから開発した3つのアイテムをご紹介していきたいと思います。
There's a unique Japanese principle called 色気。
色気とは何か、男性を立て、男性のモチベーションを引き出す、世界には類を見ない日本女性のおもてなしの哲学なんです。
It can be described as Japanese ladies' hospitality to use for bringing out the motivation of gentlemen and for attracting them.
私はこの色気を研究し、今現在はこの色気の文化を日本女性たちに伝える大人の色気スクール、そして、テレビに出て、色気について語る、文化人タレントとして活躍しています。
I have been researching 色気 and teaching this method to ordinary Japanese women and spread word on TV as a TV star.
この色気というテーマをもとに開発した私のオリジナル商品を3アイテムご紹介したいと思います。
Today, I will introduce you to 3 of my original items to emphasize your inner beauty, 色気。
まず一つ目がこちらのフェロモン香水 F7 です。
First of all, this is pheromone perfume F7.
香りはまさに日本女性の色気を感じさせるような甘い香りになっております。
The scent contains rose, apple, musk, and some other aromas which successfully present 色気 of Japanese women.
たった一滴でもモテモテになってしまうこのフェロモン香水 F7 29,800円です。
Only one drop will make you more attractive. Ever since produced 7 years ago, repeaters use this item over and over again. The price is 29,800 yen, and it is about 353 Australian dollar and 273 US dollar.
そして、次がこちら、フェロモンローズオイルです。
And next up, this is pheromone rose oil.
こちらはパートナーとのラブタイム、ラブマッサージに使ってください。
We suggest you to use this oil for the love massages between partners.
4種類の天然オイルを使っているので、舐めても安心です。
It has 4 natural oils, which are coconut, grapeseed, argan, and olive oils that allows you to even eat.
香りはフェロモンローズ、フェロモン香水の香りをベースにした、甘いバラとムスクの香りです。
The scent is based on the F7 sweet scent.
お部屋に広がる甘くキュートな香り。これをパートナーとのタイムに使ってください。
You can use your whole body, such as your face, body, your hair, and nails.
はい。自分にも使うって言ったね。うん。はい。これは大きい方が5000円、小さい方が2300円です。
We have two sizes, 2,300 yen for the regular size and 5,000 yen for the larger size, which is 27 AUD for AUD and 21 USD for the regular size and 59 AUD and 45 USD for the larger size.
そして3つ目がこちらのデリケートゾーン専用のラビューティーオイルです。
And lastly, this is a La Beauty oil. It is exclusively used for your female genital area.
女性のデリケートなところをマッサージする専用のオイルです。
It makes you feel warm when you massage around the intimate area with this oil.
3種類の天然オイル、を使っています。
The oil in it is 100% natural, which contains glycerin, squalene, and lavender.
一滴指先に垂らして、そしてデリケートなところをマッサージする。これで血行が良くなり、女性ホルモンの活性化につながります。
It helps to promote your blood circulation and to improve feminine hormones.
自分自身が幸せになるだけではなく、パートナーも幸せにできるオイルです。1本3000円です。
Not only make you happy, but as well as your partners. And it is 3,000 yen per bottle. It's about 35 AUD and 27 USD.
はい。私はこのエラの商品を通じて世界に広げ、色気の文化を皆様にお届けしたいと思っております。
I want to spread the beauty culture of Iroke all over the world through these 3 products that I introduced to you today.
Thank you!
Thank you so very much. I will bring the other exhibitors. Tomomi, if you could come back on screen, we'll be able to take a photo of you and the other members and exhibitors of Japan, and then we can get a wonderful photo. I'm not sure whether Tomomi is actually here, so that's all right. What we might do is just remove Tomomi and I will get just the 2 wonderful presenters, and let me just Wonderful. Thank you so very much, the exhibitors from Japan. All right, so now we have our last country, and that is from Malaysia. And let me introduce you with a video to the president, the Malaysian president. And unfortunately, Datuk, your video did not come through. Actually, I'm just wondering if she is here. So if the president from Malaysia would like to come on the screen, you are more than welcome to do that. Then I can start the official introduction of your, here she comes. Wonderful. Wonderful. Elaine, let me introduce you with the video and then you will be on screen.
Welcome to Datuk Elaine Tay, President, IWFCI, Malaysia.
Hi, do I start now, Anne?
Yes, absolutely. Welcome to the Trade Summit.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yes, and welcome to the Trade Summit. The floor is yours.
Okay, all right. Hi, everyone. Hi, ladies, fellow IWFCI members. Very nice to meet you all here at this e-trade show. Thank you, Diana, for giving us this opportunity to our IWFCI Malaysia chapter. And I am Elaine Tay, Dato' Elaine Tay, the President of the International Women's Federation of Commerce and Industry. Pleasure to meet you all. In fact, I have actually prepared a video, but I unfortunately couldn't get through to send it to Anne. Sorry about that. But I think Basically, I think this is a very good platform for the ladies or for the women in business, especially the SME. We know that the COVID-19 has brought us a lot of issues, and in terms of the business, I think being affected badly, be it in Malaysia or all over the world. Aside from that, I think we continue to stay positive and stay strong. We can get through that. Today, I will bring in two candidates from Malaysia chapter. Later on, they will talk about their products, which is manufactured by these two lovely ladies, Cindy and Yetni. And as for IWFCI, Malaysia chapter, we have developed a platform called benang.org, which is benang.org. This platform is for the underprivileged women who learn or who know or has experienced more than 10, 20 years in tailoring that we can offer to the public or worldwide on their tailoring services. So this platform is to allow them to showcase their products, which is their design, or even you have a designer to design your clothing and the pattern, you can send it to our B40 ladies. We categorize it as a B40 in Malaysia. The government, under the government, they have the name called B40, which is their income less than 4,800 ringgit in Malaysia, which is about $1,000 per household income. And we also set up a sewing school in a rural area of Sarawak called Beladin. It's a sewing center that we support the B40 ladies or low income earners, low education, and needy single mother. Okay, so they have learned the livelihood. And from the B40 ladies, they have experienced more than 10 years, but they need to enhance their skill further. That's where they came to our Beladin Sewing Center. So now this platform is ready, and in near future, we'd like to roll out to worldwide to invite all the those tailors who are low-income earners come on board and showcase their product online with us. Thank you. So maybe we can invite our two ladies to talk about their product. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Dada. We'll now bring Cindy onto the screen. So welcome very much, Cindy. Would you like me to share the slides from my screen, or would you like to do them from yours?
Hi, Anne. How are you? I think I will share on my side. Yeah. So,
okay, go ahead and share your site, and when they're up and working, I will pop away and give you the floor.
Sure. Can you see on your side?
Let me see. Nothing yet. So if you just click share and then share screen, and then you'll be able to pick the tab where the slides are.
Can you see it?
Yes, it's coming up. Here we go. Wonderful. So if you want to then press present, that should be perfect. Floor is yours.
All right. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Dr. Elaine, for the invitation to share about our product to the platform. I'm Cindy. I'm the founder of Ladang Sari International, where we supply Rumba Hills tea, which is a 100% Malaysian aromatic, natural, sugar-free and caffeine-free tea. So Rumba Hills actually established in 2014. Our vision is to be the leading supplier to the world of Malaysian herbal infusion, which is 100% natural, sugar-free and caffeine-free. So our products, we try to source the ingredients as local as possible. So we actually use ingredients from Malaysia, like lemongrass, pandan, which I'm sure all of you are very familiar with, benteng ginger, kaffir lime leaf, and roselle, and etc. So all these are packed into a tea bag, where it's actually further packed into a foil to ensure freshness. Our brand name is called Rimba Hills. We have actually trademarked it locally and overseas. So we have trademarked the brand name Rimba Hills in Malaysia, in Hong Kong, China, and US. So this is how our products look like. And our factory is located in Selangor, Malaysia, where our production capacity is about 1 ton a month. So here, my girl here is actually processing the ginger, where we actually buy it fresh from the farmer, and then we wash it, slice it, dry it, and then we actually grind it, and then we blend it, and then we pack it. So all are actually done in-house. So what awards and certifications we have garnered the past few years is last year we got an award by a UK-based organization called Epic Insider, where we've been awarded as the best herbal tea supplier. And before that, by Tea and Coffee World Cup, where it's actually a UK-based magazine. And then for the comfort of our Muslim friends and customers, our tea is also certified Halal Jakim. So, so where our products actually are distributed locally, it's very much into retail, where we're supplying to the premium supermarkets and also the wellness centers and also cafes. So that's more of the online part. Whereas the online part will be more of our website. But due to the pandemic, now we're actually focusing more on online. So as for the export market, we are also supplying to Singapore through Jewel, which is an outlet in Changi Airport, and also the US market through Amazon and eBay. So these are the partners we've worked with for the past few years. They are all in Malaysia. So the industries we've worked with will be like all across from wellness, healthy food delivery, gifting, skincare, marathon, hospitality, and aviation. How we actually choose all these partners is based on where our target market is, meaning they actually want to lead a healthy lifestyle, they actually want to take care of themselves very well. Now, a bit about me. The picture on the left is actually me in my, I would say, my previous life, where due to work stress, I was actually leading a very unhealthy lifestyle. I had my face was full of pimples. I had a very bad weight issue. My immune system was very badly affected, and because of that, I just suffered from very bad self-confidence issue, and that led me to have a depression for a few years. So fast forward, one day I just felt enough is enough. I don't want to feel that way anymore. So I actually changed my lifestyle, and I looked into how to actually become healthier and lose the weight using the healthy way. And one of the things was herbal infusion, and that's how Rimba Hills is born. So I actually lost 18 kg in 9 months' time. So this picture was taken last year, where Rimba Hills is actually founded. My personal goal is to inspire others to pursue their dreams, to feel fulfilled. Whereas the business goal is to actually use Rimba Hills as a platform to give back to the community. Because for me personally, I feel that life is a cycle where we take from the community, so we should actually give back to the community. So by doing so, I hope that we'll also inspire other entrepreneurs to not just to make profits, but also to think about the community. And these are some of the testimonies by our customers, where there's a pregnant mother who's actually looking for caffeine-free infusion. So when she found out that this is what we do, only caffeine-free, so she was so excited about it and wrote us a very long testimony. And this is Pengkun, where he was suffering from gout, and one of our blends, our tea blend, actually helped him tremendously with his gout issue. And also, this is Andrew, where he actually has a lot of digestion issue and a lot of wind in the stomach. So when he took our lemongrass blend, it actually helped him so much in expelling the gas in the stomach. And these are the mentions to the media for the past few years, both locally and abroad, in all the different mediums of English, Chinese, and Malay. And like I mentioned, we actually look into giving back to the community. So we actually have an ongoing corporate social responsibility project where we've actually partnered with Dignity for many years now. Dignity is actually an NGO which actually specializes in education in Sentul. So what we do is part of the proceeds of our sales, we actually donate to Dignity. I've been there many times and I'm really proud of what they've done for the children, and I hope to do more, and I hope that this reimbursement will actually grow further so that we can do more. So IWFCI, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity for this platform to actually connect with other entrepreneurs and also everyone else. So who am I looking for here is actually importer and distributor of natural foods. Why? It's because now is actually the time to go beyond Malaysia to actually bring the business to the next level. So when we actually mention important distributor, we're actually looking to be connected and partnered with e-commerce partners, especially for the fulfillment side. And then also for the retail actually we're looking at to be connected to the owners of convenience shops and organic shops. And then last but not least, but also to the food solutions, like for example, to actually supply our tea to the cafes. So we actually we are looking to expand beyond Malaysia. Why? It's because now more and more people are actually looking for healthier products. Because personally, I think that the market, there's just too much of the unhealthy products, like too much sugar, too much preservative. So we should actually go back to basics, go back to natural food, go back to healthy products. So with this, Anne-Marie, Diana, and everyone else, thank you so much for listening to my short and sweet presentation. So if you actually want to know more, please head on to our website, our Facebook handle, and also the email. And this is my contact number. So take care, everyone, and cheers. Have a cuppa. Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Fantastic. Wonderful. Thank you so very much, Cindy. Now I will bring on the next guest, Yetmay. I can see her coming into the presentation area. So let me just, if you could, there we are. Now, would you like to share your slides from your screen, or would you like me to do it from my screen?
Could you do it for me, please, Anne-Marie?
I can do it
so
for you,
much.
for sure. Let me go ahead and do that now. And then when that's working, you can start your presentation. There we go. All right, you direct me when you would like me to move the slide forward.
Yes, I'll do that. Thanks so much, Anne-Marie. Shall I start now? Hi, thank you. Hi, my name is Yetmi. I'm from Malaysia. Thank you so much. Could you go back to the first slide, please, Anne-Marie? I'm from Malaysia, and I'd like to thank Ms. Diana Abruzzi for initiating this IWFCI Marketplace e-trade show. It's a great pleasure for me to be on this show. Next slide, please. I'll just very quickly talk to you about the my company. We started our business in 2007, and our core business is in ODM. Our main customer is SC Johnson, and we also do ODM for Lulu. We create products, laundry care for Lulu and SC Johnson. And currently, we have started our own brand of eco-friendly detergent under the brand Eco Minim. We do laundry, hand wash, we do hand sanitizer, and our brand is currently exported to Vietnam. Next slide, please. We are an ISO 9001 14001 certified company. Next slide, please. And next slide, please. So our vision of this product is, our eco-friendly product is to have Eco Minim, which is the brand name, to help people change the way they clean, to know that they can actually have eco-friendly detergent to clean well as be safe for them. So cleaning to us is not just about the environment. It's not just about cleaning, but it's also about washing off dirt, but it's also what we leave in the environment. Next slide, please. So our product Ecominim does not have harsh chemicals. It doesn't have SLES, SLS, EDTA, paraben, phthalates, phosphates, formaldehyde, all of the ingredients which you probably find it very scientific, but they're actually very common in your cosmetics and detergent, but they are quite harmful if you learn more about them. So our product Ecominim don't have them, and we are also biodegradable and low salt. We are made with plant-based organic surfactants, and we are not tested on animals. Next slide, please. So I'd like to skip this slide, please. Next slide, please. So our product ranges from liquid detergent to dishwash. Next slide, please. To dishwash, to powder detergent, to next slide, please. To dishwash, to next slide, please. To hand sanitizer, to floor cleaner, to multi-surface cleaner. Next slide, please. And also to hand sanitizer. And all our products are made to be low salt and great for sensitive skin. So because all my life I've been plagued with, next slide please, all my life I've plagued with eczema, next slide please, and therefore next slide please, next slide please, therefore our product, all my life I've been plagued with eczema, so I've created products that I feel is good for sensitive skin, because I think as I grow older, as I speak to people, 1 out of every 10 people I know will have sensitive skin or know someone with sensitive skin. And therefore, we found that it's very imperative that we look at the detergent that we are using so that we don't further aggravate the situations and by using bad ingredients in our cleaning detergent. I also feel that it's very important that we are mindful of the ingredients that we use, because what we use today will be the consequence of the livelihood of the future generations. So my team and I are very committed to making sure that our products are really, really good for people, with the same efficacy as normal detergent, but it gives you the safety and the assurance that you are not going to be left with side effects thereafter. Detergent and cleaning is such a common thing that people don't give too much thought to it. More and more, I feel that in the younger generation, especially the millennials, they are realizing that the need for them to use better and more responsible detergent is almost imperative. So these days, the millennials especially are very conscious of their social responsibility towards the environment, and they are our target market. The reason for me to be on IWFCI today is because I would like to expand my brand globally. We believe that we would be useful to a lot of customers worldwide. We are looking for distributors and business partners in ASEAN, in Asia Pacific, in the ASEAN country, and in the Middle East. Currently, Ecominim is already exported to Vietnam, but we really would love to work with people in Cambodia, in New Zealand, in Australia, and also in other places like even Myanmar, because we believe that eco-friendly detergent shouldn't be restricted to only high value a certain segment of the market, but it should be able to be afforded by a lot of people, because what we use today is, as I said before, is a consequence, or will be the result of the lives of our future generation. Thank you very much. Please contact me at www.ecominim.com if you wish to know more about our products. Thank you.
I was going to say, May, you've got people ringing you already wanting to make business deals with you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that was wonderful. So what I'm going to do is bring the other Cindy and Elaine back up. I'm going to remove myself so we can take a photo of the three of you from the...
Sure.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much. Loved, as we've loved all the exhibitors today, we've also appreciate you being here too. So thank you very much for participating in this e-trade show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm sure you would agree what an incredible event we have had. We have gone over, but that is okay, because I'm sure you would agree, the presenters, each of them from every single country, we had Australia starting out, then followed by India, followed by some wonderful presenters from Indonesia and Japan, and now finishing off with Malaysia. Please, this is not the end. This is just the beginning of relationships. As we heard Kate Carnell share, it is so important for us to continue to share our voices, to continue to share our story, to continue to network with one another. What do we need? How can we support one another? Location does not matter anymore, as we have proven today. We have had people from around the world participate in this amazing e-trade. So please keep the conversation going. Reach out to each and every one of them and see how you continue to support them and do business. Now, we have just bring on the International President, Diana Abruzzi, as she finishes. Thank you. Over to you, Diana. And unmute yourself.
I always need alerting to that, don't I? I'd like to first thank Anne-Marie. What a wonderful job she's done in conveying this whole, what is it, nearly 2 hours, and she's done it so brilliantly. Thank you so much, Anne-Marie. You're really, really good at what you do. Now, I have to say, like Anne-Marie, I'm inspired. I really am. I'm inspired by the women and the different businesses they have, and they're so different from each other. And it was wonderful to see that most of them were created from nothing. They started with an idea and then they grew it from there. I just love to hear those stories. And I just want to add something. IWFCI is adding a whole new website, and we would like to have to continue for people to be able to contact you. We are sending to your presidents a form for you to fill in if you wish to be on the Global Women's business registry. So if you would like to be there, because we'd like to continue to help you, but it is only for members, but outsiders can look at it, but you can't go on it unless you are a member. So please get on the business directory, and we will then continue to support you through all your businesses and help people to know that you're there. And anyone who's interested in any of the fields that you have touched upon today, we will direct them to you. So we're behind you. We want to see you succeed even more. And we just appreciate so much, because every entrepreneur needs a very good clap, because it does take a lot. It takes a lot to believe in something and just see it through to the end. I'm just so proud of the women of all these countries and all these branches that we have. I actually salute you. I think you're wonderful, and we want to help you grow still more and get your products and services right out to all our branches and get the right connections for you. So please get onto the business directory from your presidents and get those in as quickly as possible, because we need to put you onto the website before we actually launch it. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Thank you to the wonderful women that exhibited tonight. And it is nighttime here in Australia now. Thank you all so very, very much. We love seeing you and we love connecting with you. Thank you.